Oh,
It's 9:30 on 9:30.
Oh, it is 9:30.
It is.
Whoa. Didn't
How
even
about
realize that. It's 9:30 at 9:30 on 9:30. What's going on?
And you are in the right place.
You're in the right place at the right time. It's Sketchy Live Monday.
Hello.
What's going on? Hey, it's Johnny Jalopy.
I'm Eddie B.
And Eddie B.
Introducing myself.
Introduce yourself. What are you over there, Eddie B?
I am lost because I have no context for tonight's Sketchy Live.
Hey, tonight we lost a singer-songwriter.
We did.
And actor, and somebody who early in my childhood had a pretty big influence in one of the movies that he starred in. Was a big influence of my life. There was a movie previous to this movie that also influenced my life in many ways. I was watching it today and just started bawling. I'm like, oh God.
So you better hold it together than
yeah,
that, man.
I didn't cry at this movie, but it's still a great movie. We're talking about Kris Kristofferson. We lost Kris Kristofferson over the weekend, I believe. And then, of course, this movie that we're talking about, what we're going to be drawing tonight, is the big, black, amazing Mack truck driven by the one, the only Rubber Duck from the movie Convoy. Tonight, we are drawing that big Mack truck in tribute to our somebody, again, who had a lot of influence in my life, Kris Kristofferson. Again, I only know him as the Rubber Duck. So that's Eddie B. I'm Johnny Jalopy. Hang in. We're going to do that.
We'll be right
Hang in. Sketchy Live, it's Sketchy Live Monday. What's up?
What is up, guys?
Hey.
So quite a bit to tell you, actually, because
yeah, go ahead.
Last week we were so into what we were doing last week that we didn't even talk about progress with Rose.
No, we sure didn't.
With Kona.
Yep. We'll talk about some of that tonight.
We had some cool stuff going on.
But we got to talk about this thing we're talking about now. Tonight, Sketchy Live Monday, we're drawing the amazing black Mack truck from the hit movie. At least I thought it was a hit movie. I think it was an amazing movie. It is one of my most favorite in the top 5 movies of Johnny Jalopy's favorite movies, especially as he was a kid. This ranks in that top 5. Convoy.
Okay.
The movie Convoy.
We're gonna have to watch it.
I got some trivia stuff. I got some CB questions. We talked a little bit about Convoy, I think, when we were doing Smokey and the Bandit.
Probably.
Because that's a trucking movie too. This is what I wanted to be when I was growing up, was a truck driver. And this movie was the movie I saw as a little kid that made me go, oh my gosh, I want to be a really skinny dude, all sweaty, wearing a wife beater t-shirt and sitting in the cab of a black truck. I mean, think about this. You go back to this 1978 is when this movie's filmed, right? And everything is about flashy paint jobs and all kinds of different stuff in these movies. Corvette, summer, all this kind of stuff. This truck, completely black. And it just looks so sinister. And then, of course, you got the dude driving it that's just shaggy looking dude with some sunglasses and a beard. Yeah, the Rubber Duck.
There he is.
Yeah, so we're going to start drawing that, but we've got some trivia, different stuff. And, of course, Eddie B is going to learn about this movie.
I am.
She's got facts about the movie.
Wikipedia facts.
And I'm going to see if maybe you can test me on my knowledge
of
this movie. Because, again, I have not
so I don't
watched
look
the
like
movie.
the only person who doesn't know what they're talking
I haven't
about.
watched the movie Convoy probably since like high school. I would say
Really?
maybe.
That
I'm lying.
you're a fox.
I'm lying.
I can't
I'm lying.
imagine.
I probably have watched it in at least the last 10 years.
Since we've been together, I don't
Maybe
know. I haven't
once.
seen it, but I don't know.
But oh my god, I love this. Do you love this movie? Do you know about Convoy? Do you know the movie Convoy?
You're gonna know it after tonight.
I'm gonna suggest go watch this movie. It is epic. 1978. There's some great actors in this movie. It's great.
Yes.
Sketch That Monday. We're gonna do
all right.
the rubber
So,
duck.
Let me prep our screen here.
Hey, before we get to that, hey, Breaker 19.
Oh geez.
It's a rubber duck.
10-4. No, Nova coming in.
You got your you got your
You
you got a copy on me, Pigpen. Come on.
Do you know that I wanted to be a truck driver just so I could live in a rolling apartment? I saw
rolling apartment.
I saw it was like when they first started really coming out with like really super cool cabs. And I'm like, you got everything in here. I'm like, you got your little bunk, you got your fridge.
Let me ask you, how do you know what was in a truck driver's bunk? Did you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember. You know what? I think it was. I think it was Pimp My Trailer. It might have been a Brett Michaels thing. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No.
Here's the deal.
It was when I was younger. It was probably
Right.
in the 80s. I don't know where
80s?
I saw it. Maybe early 90s. It was before I got married.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I have some questions.
Yeah.
That just piqued a whole lot of. What?
We probably went to a car show or something, or I watched something on TV. I don't know, but I remember seeing it, and I'm like,
semi trucks didn't really go to car shows. They were in their own, had their own deals going on.
I would have been in a safe place with
I'm
people I trusted.
I'm kind of questioning that now.
No, it wasn't somebody
Blink
along the
once.
I honestly
was
don't know
safe.
where I saw it. It may have been on TV, but I remember thinking to myself, look how cozy and how cute it looked. Like it just looked
I wonder, did you ever watch the TV show BJ and the Bear?
I'm sure back when I was a
I
kid.
had a monkey on the TV show. Did you watch BJ
probably.
and the Bear? Okay.
Probably.
That may have been where you saw what a sleeper looked like.
This thing had a microwave and everything, so it was definitely
okay. There's no way that you saw a semi truck with a microwave in it when you were a kid. Do you realize you barely had a microwave as a kid?
I know,
and they were really expensive.
So maybe it was
truck
in
drivers
the 90s?
weren't chucking microwave ovens in their.
I don't know when it was. All I'm saying is
I'm gonna say you must have been in high school, and somehow, some way, a night at the truck stop happened to Itty B,
and somebody just happened to have a microwave. Yeah, he was making good money, probably.
or somebody was.
Anywho, let me tell you who's on.
What kind of work were you doing?
We got Lizzie Daughtry joining us. Hello, my two favorite peeps of the week.
What's going on? Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah. Who's here? Who's here?
She's also posting her YouTube, Ms. Butterfly.
I got a lot to draw because this is a big truck, so I got to get to going. So
yes,
go.
Keep going. We've got close cut. Our buddy Art Smith. He said, "All right, people, I'm here."
Artisanal.
We've got Howard Pierpont joining us. 76 degrees and starry night in Mineola, Texas.
Nights.
Frank Pupello, hello from Land O'Lakes. It's time for Sketchy Live.
What's up, Land O'Lakes? Yeah.
We got Shaggy LeBlanc. Hey, y'all. I'm up north watching. Love you all.
Hey,
we
what's
miss
up, man?
you. And he says up north, which just reminds me we are down south. And yes, anyone who has reached out to us over the course of the last week with this storm that we had, thank you for checking in on us. We are great. We so blessed.
So well.
We did. We had some debris cleanup, but it was worth it.
Deborah showed up and she made a mess.
Yeah, the debris. So we have all that out of the yard now, and thankful to have had the time to do it because Johnny was off this past weekend. So we had that to do. We had actually had a car show planned to do on Saturday. Very excited about. And the weather had other plans. So our great little town of Newport Richey really suffered some loss. We're keeping all of those coastal homeowners in our prayers because there were a lot of people displaced still without electric, and it's just been pretty devastating here. So thank you for reaching out to us and for keeping everybody.
We had a lot of people that checked in
your prayer. We did. Yeah, we're so thankful for you guys. Lizzie said, Convoy, the rubber duck. Love the movie with all the truck drivers.
Love this movie.
Art says, listening in to see this truck you're doing. Diane Kinnery joining us. Kinnery's checking in. Glad you're sketching
up,
our
Diane?
favorite part of the show. They love it when you draw.
Awesome.
I think that's why a lot of people tune in.
I mean, I did do a pre-draw because this is a pretty elaborate, a lot of truck here. So I just wanted to make sure I got proportions right. And
so you worked on that when you got home today, because I didn't even know up until I got home from my hair appointment. I had no idea.
I had an idea that I wanted to do it, but I was like, how do I want to do it?
Yeah, we hadn't even.
So it's a little it's a little sketchy, but it's not. It's going to be a lot sketchy.
That's okay. That's your style.
It's going to be because we're going fast.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot, and this truck's black.
We do have a lot, and you're going to be talking while you're drawing.
Yes, because I got
lots to share.
Movie.
Chris Malinsky joining us. Hello, guys, from the Motor City. We love it up there. Paul Marziani. Hi, all. Everyone okay from the hurricane? We are. Paul, I hope your Bradenton area fared well and you're okay as well. Mm-hmm. Lizzie said Stephen loves the movie Convoy. Yeah, Stephen is quite the truck and car guy. Yeah, he loves it. Brian Jones, hello from Powder Springs, Georgia.
Powder Springs, Georgia.
Hoping you're doing well too. I mean, this storm really hit quite a few states, even north of us.
It didn't leave anybody out.
No, it really didn't. So
everybody got to play.
Hoping everybody's doing right. Erie Eric said, well, now you need to chuck a microwave in it. She said so. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's going to do the inside of the cab, so we'll just leave that to the imagination. Let's just assume there's one in there.
Maybe we'll throw a seat cover on there. Yeah. Oh, who could be the seat cover?
Dennis Goff joining us up from Wisconsin. Welcome, sir. We've got Cam McNulty. Dolta Cam.
Dolta.
What a cute picture.
Thank you for sharing those great pictures of Amy.
Yes, pictures of the grandbaby. She's cute.
She's
got some sass.
She's stolen me heart.
We've got Hal Schaefer joining us. Real deal. How about it? Carburetor Man from Georgia. Yep. Alive and safe from major storm damage. Thank God.
Glad to hear.
Art says the only rich people had microwaves in 1978.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't in 1978 I was only 7. So it would have been this was way later than that.
I'm gonna say you saw somebody's truck that you probably shouldn't have been in.
Howard Pierpont said truckers did have microwaves at that time.
Yeah, but
there was a cab extender called Live-A-Lab.
Yeah, okay.
Queen size bed over cab and plenty of amenities. I have a microwave story. Oh,
okay.
Wonder maybe it was Howard Pierpont that came through New Jersey.
78.
Joe Lombardo joining us. Hello from Jersey, guys. Welcome, sir. He said, here's Johnny, GTG. Isn't GTG gotta go?
I don't know.
I think GTG has gotta go.
I'm not good with the.
Are you here? Are you going? Tell us. Corey Seberg, glad you guys are good. Praying for the rest.
Thank you.
David Swan, microwave oven I first used in the summer Elvis died, 1977-ish.
Okay, now I'm not saying microwaves weren't around. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let's be honest. The men and women that drove these trucks in the 70s weren't doing it because it was making a ton of money. They were doing it because it was a job that paid good, but they were fighting. I mean, watch the movie Convoy. There's a lot of political stuff about trucking and stuff too. So
really,
yeah,
the truckers union. Was there a truckers union?
There's a whole bunch of all kinds of stuff. Fuel taxes and all the different kinds of things they got to do.
I just wanted to be entertained.
The gosh darn double nickel that you got to drive 55 miles an hour on these highways when you could do 70. That gosh darn double nickel. By the way, yeah.
What?
It's pretty clear to Flagtown, just to give you a heads up on that.
Pretty what?
Clear to Flagtown. Come on.
I don't know. What are you rattling off some calls?
Where's Flagtown?
Washington?
Nope.
Flagtown?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's a CB terminology.
What
Just
are
throwing them.
flag? I don't know all the CB tournament terminology.
Turn them. You
I
know
was a
that,
kid.
but yet you know they have microwaves.
I saw one and it was like a living room. I loved it. I wanted
I'm
in.
not saying that the sleepers didn't have nice amenities, because they didn't. They were pretty. It was a little teeny space.
Is this where the rubber duck originated? Because I feel like we're doing the whole duck thing with our Jeeps, but this is probably where it
So the
started.
rubber duck on the front of his truck had the angry, pissed off duck.
Oh, I haven't received one of those yet for my Jeep.
And it was his hood ornament.
Right. Because it was his handle.
The rubber duck. Correct.
Richard Hahn joining us. Hi from Alpena. Great movie.
Alpena.
Draco is joining us tonight.
What's up,
Welcome,
Draco?
sir. He said, rest in peace, Chris. And from today,
Yeah.
Pete Rose. I know. We
Yes.
just saw that.
That's
So sad. Now, Pete Rose, I didn't know.
Charlie Hustle. Just can't even believe it. Before they did him right. You know what I'm saying?
Why was he called Charlie Hustle? I don't know the history.
Charlie Hustle, man. He was Mr. October.
Oh. And he died the last day of September.
Mhm. He didn't make it to October.
That's sad. We've got David Kurbis joining us. Welcome, sir. Rob Earl. Hey, guys. Hope all is good there for you. Tuning in from the Hunter Valley, Australia. It's
What's up
sunny
in the Hunter Valley?
and 80 degrees. I thought it was supposed to be winter there right now. How is it 80 degrees?
It's Australia.
Is that their winter?
I don't know.
Lizzie said, I'm doing a Christmas fundraiser on my live this upcoming Wednesday night at 8:30. So go check it out over there at Ms. Butterfree 34. Oh, Joe said good to go, not got to go.
There's a little bit of a difference there.
Draco said they were around, but they were huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Folks bought one that you could cook a 20-pound turkey.
Come on.
in.
Most of the microwaves of the time were the size of like a
TV.
It was giant.
Yeah.
And we thought, we're like, we could cook a baked potato in 30 minutes.
Rather than 45.
Than an hour and a half.
Oh, man. George Bennett joining us. Hello from Milan, Michigan, and Hot Rods Motorcycle Awareness and Suicide Prevention Foundation. As always, glad to have you
What
on.
is up?
Dan Evans joining us right from Dunedin, our southern backyard. Have you ever heard of a semi-truck called Diamond Rio?
Yes.
I had a girlfriend whose father drove one.
Yes, Diamond Rio. Yeah.
Like the band.
Like that, I believe that's where Diamond Rio got its name.
Really?
Yeah.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Lizzie's CB name was Foxy Lady. I think we
Nice.
did hear this before because mine was the Nova. We were all sharing our CBs. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. The only time I ever had a CB was of my own was when I had my LCJ7 and I was Thunder Jeep.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's funny is I had a regular CB.
That is funny.
All the equipment and everything in my car, right? Back in the day. But then early 2000s.
You had the station, the base where you could sit at your room and push. I had one of those
that
too,
and I had the mobile one.
Yeah.
And then
I got mine at Radio Shack
in the 90s.
And it was because of this movie that they let me get a CB.
Really?
Yeah, because I was able to talk to the truck drivers.
In the early 90s, I had a Nextel phone. Do you remember the Nextel phones with the CB feature?
The 90s, Beth. Come on.
This was early 2000s.
We're not talking about the 90s. This movie is the 70s.
I know.
Why are you going to the 90s?
I'm just asking.
That's not relatable. It's not relatable.
The CB from the Nextel cell phone.
You mean push to talk?
Yes.
It wasn't a CB.
It was a PTT?
It was push to talk.
PTT? It was, but it brought me back to CB days.
Well, of course, somebody who.
Rob Earl said it's a very early spring here.
Oh,
okay. That's still a very warm day for a winter into spring. Yeah. So Howard Pierpont posted the Wikipedia page for Diamond Rio, and it's REO Rio trucks, whereas Diamond Rio, the band, is RIO, right. Perhaps different.
They're more of the REO Speedwagon.
Oh, maybe it was a blend. It was a blend. Rob Brandel joining us. Hello. Welcome to Monday.
What's going on?
John Garu He says, wow, memories. My dad had a CB when I was a kid. I think everybody, I
it was the best.
don't remember my dad ever using one.
It was the best.
I don't know how the heck I even ended up with it.
Because you had one in the Nova.
Yep. No, it wasn't in there. It wasn't factory
You
installed.
didn't put it in there.
And neither did my grandparents.
I'm going to bet your grandpa had it in there.
No.
Oh, I bet he did.
I'm going to ask
I
my
bet he
dad.
was talking to all the fellas on the freeway looking for the next choke and puke.
I don't know where I got this thing from.
He was hoping to take a 10-100.
I hadn't even thought about it until just now, but where did
He
it
was
come
looking for
from?
Smoky Bears.
Did I go to a flea market
No,
and
there's
pick
no,
it up?
there's no way you put it in or had someone put it in for you.
How did it plug in? Cigarette lighter, maybe?
No, it was wired in. Someone did it before
No.
you. Yes.
Even I did not take it out.
They weren't unless you had a handheld walkie-talkie.
No.
Then it was wired in.
How in the heck?
It was in there before you got the car.
I don't know about that.
I do.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check with my
Based
dad.
on logic,
If
was in
he
there.
wasn't watching Monday Night Football right now, I'd probably call him.
If he wasn't watching Mummy Night Football.
Mummy White. Monday
night.
Monday night.
That's how he would say
Yeah,
it
it
too.
would be.
It's Monday Night Football. Monday.
Cam said the 90s are a good year. Oh, I wonder why. Bob Brandel's CB name was Umaga Man.
What?
What is that for?
Mhm.
What does that even
Sounds
mean?
a little dirty.
Lizzie said she loves REO Speedwagon, the band, as
Oh,
do
nice.
I. Seen them in concert a couple times.
You like the row.
Diamond said CB radio was cool. I thought, you know what? It was like having C phones.
C phones, yeah.
Cell
Or
phones.
C phones. There were some C phones going on.
I had a C foam cell phone.
C phone cell phone.
We had a good
I had a
time.
C foam cell phone. So stupid.
You can't even say
C phone cell phone. C phone cell
say
phone.
it 5 times.
C phone cell
fast.
phone. I had both Cephas and a cell phone.
C phones and a cell phone.
So funny.
It was like the first cell phone, really.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, it was a way to get a hold of people without
Mhm.
using a hard phone.
All right.
What do you?
Who's Spider Mike?
Spider Mike
Yeah.
from this movie?
Yeah. Who is he?
Was it a spider? Like
No,
a literal?
he wasn't a spider.
Oh, okay, I don't know then. I do not know. Let me read some fun facts.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on,
hear about
hold
this
on.
movie and then test my knowledge.
Okay. So we have, let's see, Convoy 1978, American road action comedy film. So it was a comedy.
It was funny too.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was a little drama.
It was drama. There was some drama. Action.
So we had Sam Peckinpah.
Peckinpah was a Peckinpah film.
It was a Peckinpah film starring Kris Kristofferson. So he was the
Mhm.
main dude.
Yep.
Ally McGraw.
Yep.
What else was she in? That name sounds so familiar.
Mm-hmm. She was the seat cover. She was the
Okay.
chick in the Jaguar.
Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine. He played Sheriff Wallace.
Okay. Burt Young.
Mhm.
Madge Sinclair. I don't know who that is. And Frankie Aget.
Ajay, yeah. Well known.
The film
Well,
is based on the 1975 country and western novelty song Convoy by C.W. McCall. So Kris Kristofferson was a musician and didn't even sing.
He didn't need to. He was starring in the movie.
I guess. The film was made when the CB radio trucking craze was at its peak
At its craze.
in the United States and followed the similarly themed films White Line Fever and
Yep.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
So Smokey and the Bandit was 1977, the year
Mhm.
before.
Yep. But this was like a totally
Different plot.
well, not only that, this seemed more real about the truckers, not about the bandit.
Well, yeah,
This
because
is
the
about-
Bandit
this is about-
was.
This was about tons of trucks, like of every variety you could think of. Cab overs, you had Freightliners, Peterbilts, Kenworths, Mack trucks, you had Fords. It was awesome.
It said the film initially concerns truck drivers being extorted by a sheriff in Arizona.
Dirty Wallace.
Ooh. One of them punches the
Lyle.
sheriff during a brawl.
Yep.
So things get a little
Little
heated.
dicey at the truck stop.
Several rebellious truckers then attempt to
Mhm.
cross the state line to New Mexico. Why was this state line thing such a big deal?
Because going over state lines back in the day, it was not just like it is today, where you just cruise across, no big deal.
I don't think you just cruise across. We had somebody on the broadcast who was a truck driver, and I had asked about the weigh stations because, like, you can get fined or you'll get pulled over
Yep.
because they are trying to make sure you're not smuggling stuff in.
Smuggle, especially
Smugglers
nowadays with trafficking of human cargo and such.
So they attempt to cross the state line to New Mexico while being pursued by the police. They also make plans to rescue an ally who was held captive
Spider
in Texas.
Mike.
Lots going on here.
Yeah, because the dirty Lyle Wallace was trying to get to the duck. And
it says
he went after his friend.
He was the victim of police brutality.
Yes,
this does not sound like a comedy.
And to be honest, it was also, I think, racially provoked.
Well, it was first released in Japan, and then it was released in the United States. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
June 10th in 1978, and then in the U.S.,
When
June
was it?
28th.
June what?
10th.
Was it The Dark of the Moon on the 6th of June?
No, it was June
Where
10th.
Kenworth was hauling hogs?
It was June 10th.
Was a cab over Pete with a reefer on? It was a Jimmy? It was a Jimmy hauling hogs.
It was June 10th. The film received mixed reviews from critics.
Heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. Where's Shaky Town?
I don't know.
That's California.
Okay. Oh, because of the earthquakes. I get it. It said the film received mixed reviews from critics. However, it was the most commercially successful film of this guy's career.
Yeah, man. It was a great film.
Interesting.
I don't know if you know it, but we got a mighty convoy.
His name was Martin Penwald.
Right, rocking through the night.
Rubber duck. He was passed by a woman in a Jaguar. XKE.
XKE.
And then runs into fellow truckers. Pigpen and Love Machine.
That's right. Now, Pigpen, who's played by...
Well, it says Pigpen / Love Machine. Was it the same?
The name of his handle was Love Machine.
Oh, okay.
But Rubber Duck called him Pigpen because his truck was hauling hogs.
Oh, okay.
So he called him Pigpen. That was the big joke at the beginning of the movie, was he was calling himself Love Machine, and he's like, Love Machine?
You're hauling pigs.
You're hauling pigs. We're going to call you. And that's when he started calling him Pigpen.
Howard Pierpont said, I was in a CB before truckers got involved.
Nice.
KBS 8767.
That was probably a ham radio type stuff.
Maybe.
Citizens Band.
Lizzie said better than a 10-200. Oh, she's calling out stuff too. I don't know what any of these means. 10-200.
Better than 10-200.
Diamond said, "Nah, your grandpa was the one with the CB."
That's what
I don't think.
I think so. I bet your grandpa was hooking up with some truck stop hussies.
No, he was married.
I bet he was hooking up with truck stop hussies.
Good man. Rob Earl said, talking about CB radios, a friend of mine back in the mid-70s had one in his back shack. We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was, as a kid, man, it was the coolest. I just remember listening to these adults talking on the CB about adult stuff. And, you know, they had to be careful too, because there was FCC laws and stuff that they couldn't.
Was there?
Because that's why it was CB is Citizens Band Radio. It's kind of what we're doing now with YouTube. It's everyone can share what they want to share and talk about what they want to talk about. CB of the time was kind of that way.
Well, weren't CBs generally used by like police and stuff like that?
Of course. I mean, yeah, of course.
I mean, they still have them.
They different
Maybe
channels.
Not.
You turn to a different channel.
Do they still have them?
CBs? Yeah, they still use
cops do
radios and different things on different channels.
Bob Brandel said CBs saved my ass in the late 70s getting stuck at Green Key Beach.
Oh, I bet.
Green Key right over here by Main Street. Yeah.
Nice.
You don't want to get stuck out there. Diamond said sea phone and seashells to cell phone.
Selling seashells by the seashore.
Pretty much. Diane Kinnery said our CB handles were Beep Beep and Mopar Man.
Oh, nice.
Like it.
Beep Beep.
Beep. David Swan said, remember CB radios also had bass units that you could use at the kitchen table.
Yes, the bass units were the coolest.
Yeah. Now, I know my Uncle Pete had one. My Uncle Pete was a police detective, so he had one at home. And like even in his off time, he would just sit there for hours with a cup of coffee and his cigar.
Listen to
it.
Yeah.
Find out what was going on so you could prep for the next day.
Great entertainment.
He dealt with stolen vehicles was his what he did, like his division or whatever. Diamond said,
It was
"Yep,
a private dick.
he was. Maybe, I don't know. Not really. He was just an investigator.
Private eye.
He wasn't private."
I
Diamond said, "Yep. Some would take them in the diner." Oh, okay.
Yeah, some have had it. Have you ever taken it in the diner?
No.
You
This
sure?
this is a family show.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Howard Pierpont said Ally McGraw and Steve McQueen in The Getaway. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
The Getaway? I have not seen that one. Richard Hahn said my handle is Torch. Still have my CB. I like it.
Nice.
Lizzie said new pick for my computer. She's already digging it. You're not even done yet. You've basically just lined it.
Yeah, we're just got the lines in, but it's coming out cool.
Bob Randall said Omega Man from the 70s movie. Have you seen that? Omega Man? I've never seen that. Christopher Moore said CB Radio, the original social media. True story. Yes.
By the way, as we're talking about this movie, do you know who played Pigpen in this movie?
Ernest Borgnine? No, I don't.
Polly from Rocky.
Oh, what's his name?
In the movie, it's the Love Machine guy. It's Pigpen.
What's
actor's name? I forget. He's the something Burt.
Burt Young.
Is it Burt Young?
Ernest Borgnine?
No, that's the sheriff.
Franklin Ajay?
No.
Madge Sinclair? No. Was his name Madge? No, it doesn't say here. Those are
Polly from Rocky.
I mean, it might be. There might be other people that just
Burt Young.
That's what I said.
I did say that.
Oh my God. Hank D joining us, our buddy Hank D. Each time I saw this Kris Kristofferson in the movie, I swear he always played the old hurt guy that always got sacrificed. Not in this movie, apparently.
It's because he looks a lot like Jesus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, because the beard.
Yeah.
I get it. Lizzie said, Johnny, now you got me wanting to watch the movie.
You gotta watch the movie.
We're gonna have to watch it because you had me prep. I watched California Kid, and then we never did the drawing. You made me sit through that without popcorn. Ray Swearingen lost another outlaw. Yes, sir. Lizzie said we were on channel 19 a lot. I couldn't even tell you what channel I was on.
You were a CB person.
I don't know what channel it was. Randy's CB name was Hot Rod Randy.
Oh, nice.
Noise. So this supposedly took place. Why is all the trucker stuff taking place in Arizona?
Because it's where everything was being
New
shipped
Mexico.
out west.
All the fun outlaw stuff
out west was where it was happening, man. Everybody was trying to get out to California, man.
It says here, this is hysterical. The trucker turns out to be Sheriff Dirty Lyle Wallace, a longtime nemesis of the Duck, who extorts them for $70 each.
He does.
Was that a lot of money back then? I guess
yes, the 70s.
I guess. $70. I'm like, I'll write you a check. Let me zell you. The trucker's head onto Raphael's glide-in. Was that a little drive-in or something, or a truck stop?
It's the truck stop.
Where the Duck's sometime girlfriend and Lyle's wife, Violet, works as a waitress. So he was screwing around on Dirty Lyle's wife.
Listen.
No wonder why he had it in for the Duck.
Well.
Jeez. So who played Violet? Was that Allie?
I forget. I think so.
Or was that Madge?
She was kind of all we know is that in some part of the movie, she shows up naked.
Really?
And again, as a kid, you're like, whoa.
Nudity.
Whoa.
Convoy.
Not full nudity.
Shame on you.
It was partial.
Yeah, back then
it was booble.
You know, the first movie that I saw that had nudity in it and I was appalled was Blue Lagoon.
Why were you appalled at that?
Because I was like, how am I being allowed to watch this movie? My parents were very strict.
Because what's his name had his shirt off?
No, they were both naked in the lagoon.
In the lagoon.
In the Blue Lagoon.
It was in a blue lagoon.
Yeah. And then I snuck downstairs
to watch it again.
No, we didn't have the stairs yet. I'm sorry. I snuck out of my room.
HBO.
My dad used to have the
fuzzy channel,
the tinfoil cable set up, and I don't know if it was on the Playboy channel or not,
Oh
but
no.
it was Humanoids from the Deep.
What?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And there was a sex scene in that,
Oh,
believe it or not.
geez,
Like one of the
okay.
humanoids was
I do believe that.
yeah. Caught him watching some other stuff too. And
Oh, you were watching your dad watch it?
yeah.
Creepy.
No, I just came walking
Yeah.
out. He had it on. And then when he saw me, immediately annoyed, turned it off, sent me to bed. I'm pretty sure I got my butt beat.
Yeah, because
Whatever.
you ruined his
time
he was
alone.
getting his own self watching. It was
Rob Earl said, "Do you remember the
sports.
TV show BJ and the Bear?"
Yes.
Yes, he
Was
said.
Again, another great movie.
I think it was inspired by Convoy. I thought
Yes.
BJ and the Bear was a show.
It was a TV show. By the way, I believe, I might be wrong, but the paint scheme on the Love Machine or the Pigpen truck, which was a Kenworth cab over, is the same truck they used in BJ and the Bear.
So BJ and the Bear was first?
No.
Oh, so after this. Okay.
Yes. It's when they start doing trucking TV shows. White Line Fever, BJ and the Bear.
White Line Fever was before this.
There was another one. No, TV show. I think it was. I think it was a movie that called the same. But
who knows?
Yeah.
Hank D said we took a family trip a while back to the Dakotas, and there were 2 cars of people. We used a CB to communicate. My handle was Hank D, and my uncle's was Heavy D. We got yelled at on our channel. LOL. We did too. I do remember that part of it because we were probably on channels we weren't supposed to be.
Probably.
I didn't really understand what the channels
How
were
channels
for.
work.
Yes. Somebody was just like, turn it to 3. We'll be on 3, and then I would just go to 3. And then turns out that person didn't realize we weren't supposed to be on 3. But like, how is it secure then?
It wasn't secure.
How is it secure now? How are they using it now? Or do they not care what's being transmitted over?
What do you mean?
What if I had a CB right now and I tapped into, our county's sheriff's department?
Well, you're not. Well, you could listen to it. You can't talk.
Why wouldn't I be able to talk?
Because they will be able to trace your stuff nowadays.
Okay, and then I'd be like, "Oh, didn't know what you guys were doing. I just thought this."
You're not supposed to. It's not
free forum.
It's not free forum. There are specific emergency channels you're not supposed to go on.
And does it come with the CB radio when you get it?
What
channels are taboo?
You're supposed to know.
How?
Do the research.
You'd have to do the research because I did not do the research as a 16.
All right, there's our line work for our rubber duck.
That's a big
rubber
truck.
duck. Yeah, look what he's hauling.
18 wheels and a dozen roses. What's he got?
Stupid. It's a gas truck.
Oh.
That's the most dangerous hauling truck there was.
Really? Not the human waste truck?
You're not going to explode from human waste.
Have you been in the bathroom after me?
Why would I explode after going to the bathroom after you?
Me explode.
Yeah. I'll take my chances versus this.
So it wasn't a dozen roses.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So this was his haul every time, gas.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Oh, he's."
By the way, the time they got to Tulsa town, they had 85 trucks and all, but there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears is wall to wall. Them Smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even got a bear in the air. Do you know what a bear in the air is?
No.
It's a cop in a helicopter.
Okay. Getting a little
learn your CB stuff.
A little too excited about this. Robert also said the channels on CB radio were like what your dad was watching on TV that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taboo. Let's see. The truckers drive across Arizona, New Mexico with Wallace in pursuit. There's always some kind of pursuit as well.
Yeah.
They're always like, were there any good truck drivers who were not in trouble? Like, I feel like all these movies portray them getting into trouble.
Rebels, and the cops were dirty.
Vagrants.
The cops were dirty. That's why they called him Dirty Lyle, because he was doing dirty. Damn it. He was doing the truck drivers dirty.
Duck angers Wallace even further when he accidentally pushes him off the road and causes him to crash. Accidentally. They're calling it an accident.
Yeah, it was for sure an accident.
Was that?
Yeah. And it was, Wallace had just taken this hot rod car, I believe, from somebody. I don't want to give the whole plot away. I mean, the movie has been out since 1970.
If you haven't watched it by now, we're not spoiling it.
Yeah, but anyhow, that happened.
When Wallace calls in for reinforcements from the local police, Duck leads the truckers off the main highway and down a rough, dusty desert trail, causing several of the police cars to crash, while Wallace's vehicle is crushed between Pigpen and Spider Mike's
does whatever a Spider Mick can.
Rubber Duck then becomes a reluctant hero.
He does. He's reluctant.
My God.
To the point that eventually he goes up against the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and trucks and jeeps and rigs of every size.
Okay. It does look like
those chicken coops are full of bears.
Did you see this replica of the hood ornament? It looks like a mean Daffy Duck.
It's a rubber duck.
But like this looks very Daffy-like.
Yeah. It's more Donald than Daffy. Yes. If you look at a mean, angry Donald Duck, way more like that.
I don't know if I've ever seen a mean one. He's always been happy and joyous.
Nope. Donald Duck?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you've never watched Scrooge McDuck.
Brian Jones said, now you were drawing like me, I think, when you did this whole black splash over your... Matt Williams said, good evening. Just got home from working 3 12-hour shifts. Today was my Monday. Yikes.
Because I'm working on my kitchen here, putting in a black splash.
Yeah, a black
splash.
Yes.
Get it? Comedy.
Oh, my goodness. I don't want to know all of this either because...
What do you mean?
Okay, what is this? It says here, firing a machine gun, Wallace and the guardsmen caused the trucker's tanker trailer to explode while Rubber Duck deliberately steers the tractor unit over the side of the bridge, plummeting into the churning river below, sending Duck presumably to his death.
To his demise. And Wallace laughs in great, like, oh, look, I won.
A public funeral is held for Rubber Duck.
But did our hero really lose?
A distraught Melissa is led to a school bus with several long-haired friends of Jesus inside. There she finds Rubber Duck in disguise sitting in the back, revealing that he had swum from the wreckage. They have swum.
No, they didn't. Yes, you just read swum.
No. I swear to God, it says swum. The convoy takes to the road with the coffin in tow. As the bus passes Wallace, he spots the duck and bursts into laughter.
Yep.
So they never made a second one.
No, it's one movie.
Yeah, but he's still alive. There's still a dispute. There are still things to settle here.
Well,
did they take no cues from Smokey and the Bandit?
Here's the problem.
There's more than one of those.
Yeah, but there's only a couple good ones. Not all of them were great.
Well, if it's not Sissy Spacek and Burt Reynolds.
No,
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck and Sissy Spacek. That's right.
We've got Bob Shaboom Frizz in the house. Hi, guys.
You were supposed to ask me questions about the movie.
I'm going to ask you.
No,
questions.
You already just gave the whole plot away.
No, there's still stuff in here. Brian Hackman joining us. Hello, my friends.
What's up,
welcome.
Brian?
So let's see. Oh, Cassie Yates was Violet. So she wasn't even in
old
the
Cassie
cast.
Yates. Yeah.
Old
Yateser.
So it says here that the entire film was mostly filmed in the state of New Mexico.
Yeah.
So even though they were talking about it being Arizona, very similar in the way it looks.
Right.
I think.
Well, Rubber Duck was from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay. Production began in 1977 when the CB radio trucking craze was at its peak. Made during the same period as such films as Smokey and the Bandit, Handle with Care.
I don't know.
Do you remember that one?
Nope.
Breaker.
Nope.
Huh. Look at all these ones you've missed. Highballin'.
That one sounds familiar.
As well as the television series Moving On.
Yes, Moving On. Oh, love that. Will and Sonny.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Look it up. Will and Sonny. Look it up. Will and Sonny.
Let me see.
Will and Sonny were the name of the characters. Will and Sonny.
The hit show Moving On.
Will and Sonny.
Let's see. Sonny Pruitt.
And Will
Chandler.
Thank you.
Will Chandler.
I have not watched that show since I was a little kid.
I almost remember this. Moving On stars Claude Atkins as
Mhm.
old-time independent big rig truck driver Sonny Pruitt and Frank Converse as his college-educated co-driver Will Chandler.
Will Chandler.
The theme song Moving On was written and performed by
Mhm.
Merle Haggard and was a #1 single on the Billboard
Yep.
Hot Country Singles chart in 1975. Crazy. And then BJ and the Bear was sang.
Hmm.
Oh.
BJ McKay.
So Sam, the guy who
Donaldson?
produced it, no, Peckinpah. Peckinpah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Speckmoff film.
It says it was reported that he suffered from alcoholism and drug
Of
addiction.
course he did. It was the 70s.
But during this time, like, did you see any of that come out in the film?
There was tons of drug use in this movie.
In the film, really?
Of course. Nudity, drug use. It was tons.
Well, nudity is a normal thing. I mean, people eventually have to take their clothes off.
It's true, but I'm saying, I can't believe my parents let me actually watch this.
Yeah, because you were only like 9.
It was because it was trucking. They didn't care. They're like, that's what he wants to be, a truck driver. You better get used to seeing nudity, because that's what happens when you go as a truck driver. You get to see nudity at all the truck stops.
Oh, is that what it was?
Of course.
Is that why you like to stop
Well, that's why.
at Love's?
Clearly.
You're always like, huh, I gotta pee. Let's stop here.
Let's stop at a Love's.
We're like 20 minutes from the house,
Yeah,
and he wants to stop
that's
at a
right.
truck stop
just cause.
because you get to maybe peruse the shower area. Yeah, I don't know if there's any sexy women truckers
What
out
are you
there.
talking about? There's tons.
Is there?
Of course.
Okay. Oh my
Don't
goodness.
be jealous.
Vincent Canby of the New York Times wrote that the film has been made before much less expensively and much more entertainingly by directors with no aspirations to be artists. Convoy is a bad joke that backfires on
What?
the director.
Boo.
He has neither the guts to play the movie straight as a melodrama nor the sense of humor to turn it into a kind of Smokey and the Bandit comedy.
This guy knows nothing about.
The movie is a big, costly, phony exercise in myth-making, machismo, romance of the
Boo.
open road nonsense, and incredible self-indulgence.
Boo.
Who hurt you, Vincent Canby? My God.
I think he must have been, yeah.
That was a horrible review.
Stupid Canby.
It holds an approval rating of 56% on Rotten Tomatoes based on only 18 reviews. People in the 70s didn't know what a review was.
Well, and there was no Rotten Tomatoes back then, you
I know.
dork.
I know. Well, there were. They just weren't online. They were in somebody's garden.
No, you're funny.
Oh, cripes. Rob Earl said drug use, nudity, language in a movie in the 70s was a Disney movie. LOL.
That's true.
Seriously.
Serious.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a Peckinpah film.
So crazy. So then this other guy wrote, this is Arthur Murphy of Variety, wrote, Sam's Convoy starts out as Smokey and the Bandit, segues into either Moby Dick or Les Miserables, and ends in the usual script confusion and disarray, the whole stew peppered with a vulgar excess of random truck crashes and miscellaneous destruction, which is probably why you liked it.
I loved it because of all the destruction and random truck breaking down.
Every few minutes, there's some new roadblock to run,
That's
alternating
right.
with pithy comments on the meaning of it all.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of nothing going on here.
Again, here's the thing. A lot of the language was truck driver terminology, and I bet you those people that were watching was like,
They didn't get it.
just like you, like, what is it? What do they mean by that?
Now here's a review we can get behind. Gene Siskel. Okay.
Never liked that guy.
Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune
Oh, the Trib.
gave the film 1.5 stars out of 4 and wrote, save for a car sailing through the roof of a barn, Convoy is sluggish entertainment. The first road race film in which I rooted for the cops against the good guys.
This guy sucks.
Kristofferson's getting caught would have made a shorter and better picture. Boy, this really sounds like something I want to tune into.
It's a great
So
movie.
Empire, here we go. Empire gave the film a 3 out of 5, stating a noisy but enjoyable destruction derby of a film. Sadly, with none of the subtlety, invention, or skill of Spielberg. Yeah, Spielberg's Duel.
I'll guarantee you none of these people didn't. They also said the same reviews about Blues Brothers.
What is that?
I will bet you.
What is Blue Feathers?
Blues Brothers.
Oh.
Blues Feathers. What's Blues Feathers? Sound like Blues
I
Clues?
didn't hear you. That was
I know.
hilarious.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
That's so funny. The film grossed $4 million in Japan in its first 9 days. That's pretty good. That's not bad for the 70s.
They know what's up.
Convoy was the highest grossing picture of this guy's career, grossing $45 million at the United States and Canada box office. So it may not have done well, but people like you
loved it.
Went
back for seconds.
That is so funny.
And it was a cult classic. Come on. And then it became.
They did a paperback novelization of the film that was published in 1978.
There were toys.
If you wanted to, was there?
Yeah.
Did they have a lunchbox? Did you have the lunchbox?
I don't know if they had. I bet you they had a lunchbox.
They probably did. It was probably in the shape of a semi.
No, it was a lunchbox with the picture of the logo on it. You dork.
And the word convoy actually means
many vehicles running together. That's why they were on a convoy. That's how it happened.
And see, I never got that either, because what if they weren't all going to the same place?
They were.
Why would they have been?
And then as you're done,
he was carrying gas. Somebody else was carrying fruit.
They're heading.
Somebody had pigs.
East on I-10.
I-10.
Probably.
I-10.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the song?
It is.
It's I-10.
I know.
I've driven it.
Yeah.
I will say this though, the tractor trailers, the semis,
the tractor trailers,
the semis all do move to the right. I don't know if that's just protocol and
move to the right.
Yeah, they're always in the right lane, and then people have to pass them on the left.
Okay, but
it's like, I don't know, etiquette, maybe trucker etiquette to stay in the right. You never notice that when we're driving somewhere?
I think it's cross your fingers.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Did you lose it?
May have.
Oh, cripes. Jay Newby's joining us. He says his CB name was Little Alcoholic. Not good, Jay. Not good. Why would it have been that? Now, you were too young in the 70s to be an alcoholic. Robert Earl said, you're right, Johnny. These so-called critics would boo Santa Claus too, I reckon. Probably.
Okay. We lost all the crowbar.
You lost it.
We lost quite a bit.
We're already at 10:22. We only have 8 minutes.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to finish it up. This has been fun though.
It has been fun. Couple fun facts about Kris Kristofferson, actually, because I wanted to look up some other stuff he was in, because I didn't see Convoy, so I don't remember him in it, but I do remember him in A Star Is Born. That was a pretty recent film that I saw. That was the one with Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
I liked it though. He was in the Blade movies. I know I watched it. I don't remember him being in them.
He was the guy that hooked them up.
Planet of the Apes
with all the props.
Who was he in Planet of the Apes?
Which Planet of the Apes? The new one?
It said 2001,
okay,
so fairly new.
The new one.
I don't remember him being in that. And then he was in the Dolphin Tales. How did I miss him in the Dolphin Tale movies 1 and 2?
Because you weren't paying attention.
And then, of course, the songs, which I didn't realize he wrote the Bobby McGee song and that Janis Joplin only sang it. I did not know that was a Kris Kristofferson song, so I learned that today. It took him passing away for me to actually look into
way to go
his life. I know. I feel
that's what happens. See, this is why. This is why.
Yeah, we've lost a couple people this week. Actually, there was a Days of Our Lives star that has been on that show for, I can't even tell you how many years, ever since I was little and watching it, and he passed away today. Today, or no, maybe it was over the weekend. Another person, and then who was the woman that just passed away too? Shoot, there's been a few this week, guys, so it's getting rough out there. But Dan said Woolly Boys. Dan Evans. Who's Woolly Boys? What is that, Dan? I'm not sure what that is. Woolly Boys. I'm now looking it up. Oh, it was a 2001 film. He was in that too. Oh, okay. 2 ranchers from North Dakota find adventure in Minneapolis after one goes to visit his only daughter. In a nutshell, amusing, heartwarming, and touching. Well, there you go.
Finally got some props.
He came back. This was a 2004 release.
Barn burner.
Yeah. Comedy drama.
Drama.
Hank said Pete Rose and Dikembe Mutombo. Who's that?
Basketball player.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, Jay said, just a reminder, CB name, I don't drink, LOL. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well, are you
Well, we're gonna have to,
he's gonna have to finish it up. You saw most of it. He's gonna have to redo it. Here's where we're at now. Let me just show you the overhead on it.
It went south.
It did go south pretty quick. Because somebody forgot to hit save.
I did forget because we were just so busy talking.
Chit-chatting away.
I can't believe it went. We're already done. It went an hour.
Yeah, it's almost 10:30.
We could talk so much more about this movie.
Yeah.
How great it is.
It was. I'm going to have to see it now just to prove these critics wrong.
That's right. Let's look at some more of these lyrics. I can't believe
how hard they hit them on this. It couldn't have been that bad.
We got a great big convoy rocking through the night.
Are you reading the lyrics now?
Yeah, I have them now.
Go ahead.
I had them though.
You did.
I wasn't looking at them. You could see me on camera. I was looking this way and saying the lyrics.
You were humming the song and singing the song before we started. But why don't we end it here and then tell people where we're at with the cars, because maybe they.
Oh yeah, we can give a little quick update. On. So we'll end it here and we'll finish this up and then we'll get it posted and you can have this print for yourself. A cool thing to have. And I've got some other semi truck prints as well. We've got the Smokey and the Bandit one as well. Yeah, catching up. So we had some ignition issues with Rose. And straightened that out. Ended up being I bought a brand new cap rotor for the Model A, and the new rotor was bad. The distance. My good buddy Art came over. Art, shout out to Art. Came over and we were messing with it and stuff, and we just started kind of going piece by piece by piece. Checked spark plugs, wiring, and checking. Stuff coming from the coil, and we come to find out it appears that something in the rotor, even though it's got good continuity, it was either the shape of it was different than the old one I pulled out. Like it was on a weird angle and it wasn't right. So we pulled that out, put the old one back in, and it ran better actually, and had no ignition issues. Basically, what was happening is I was getting all cylinders to spark except for cylinder 2. And regardless of where we put wiring and different stuff, cylinder 2 wouldn't fire, or the point on cylinder 2 or going to cylinder 2. So as soon as we changed the rotor, it started to fire on 2, which was weird. So I don't know. We don't know. We're still not really sure. It still has the original, not original, but the original style points and condenser in it. New condenser in it. I needed to put new points in, so that'll be coming. So that's the update on Rose.
Well, we did. We tried to bring her out the other night.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out what that was?
I think it was what, like I said, I think I had put water in it, and I think some water got on the belt, and it was making a weird noise that I hadn't heard before.
Yeah, we tried to take her to dinner on Saturday.
Yeah.
Thankful we didn't, because it was raining on the way home, and not that she wouldn't have done okay in the rain. She's got new tires.
It was a good thing we didn't take her.
Yeah, the windshield wiper is literally
2 inches.
Just yeah.
And so, but I took Cass around the block and on a pretty.
My daughter.
Yeah, and it was her first ride in it, and no noises.
Yeah.
So that's all good. We got Kona fixed up. I just actually took her when you had a hair appointment tonight. I took her to get dinner, grabbed myself something to eat, and that was fun. I forgot how fun It's
That's
been
the first you've driven her
in a little
in a
while.
while.
But the problem we had there, we had a pretty milky discharge in the oil. It was really like milkshake.
She had a yeast infection.
Something. It was like a milkshake in there. So after changing the oil twice and draining it all out and stuff, I put a new cover over the top of the engine, and we had some pretty heavy rain the last couple days.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. And so I went out there today to check to see if we had any discolorization in the oil. Nothing. So covering the engine is a big part. I think that's helping.
Okay.
Because there was puddles of water in the plastic thing that I had covered it. So definitely putting the car cover on with those plastic thing to go over the engine while it sits at night or whatever is a good deal. But she's running great.
Great.
Yep.
Excited to get her back out. This is the time of year when we can take her out because it's not raining every day.
But so crazy how different shifting rows versus shifting.
Yeah.
It is a whole different, like even gear placement is so weird. I like stalled it twice because
Did you find yourself double shifting?
No.
Oh.
No, it's driving a car with no problems. It's not that hard.
You do need to cover because when I pulled in,
yeah,
it's still uncovered. Yeah. So we've got her out in the front yard, in the driveway with a car cover, which we lost during the storm.
Yeah, found in the neighbor's yard.
So you might have gotten a little water. I'm surprised it. Well, you said you had a cover over it on top of that too.
Yeah, that part was still over the engine, which was pretty cool. It never blew that stuff anywhere. So.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So she should be up and running. I hope to be able to take her out and get with the group. Our little Volkswagen group that runs around here in our area has been doing a ton of stuff. They used to have a little thing that they did at the beach, but we could never make it over there. Yeah, but it was during the week and you weren't able to go. It was Thursday nights.
Still is.
So yeah, we'll see what we can do. I mean, we can get out with them, and of course we have Rose now, and I really want to. You had asked me the other day when we took Rose out if I wanted to drive it again, learn how to drive it, and I said no, I wasn't ready. I had on flip-flops. I didn't feel right about doing it. I will drive it. We are going to post a video when I do. But I really want to master driving Kona and get comfortable driving Kona.
Whatever. It's all excuses.
So that way we can both roll out together.
Yeah, it's all excuses.
So anywho.
I wanted to next week we're gonna do a drinking game where every time she says anywho or in any case, you have to drink.
Okay. Bring your beverages.
You might as well.
All right, guys. Well, we are gonna call it. This has been a Convoy night tonight. Yes. And Johnny will finish up that drawing this week, you think?
Oh yeah.
He'll finish it up this week and we'll get it up on the website. They come full color, which the majority of this is going to be black because that's what color it is, but full color 17 by 11 or 11 by 17 size. And we will have that on the website for you for purchase. If you're looking for one, I know Lizzie said she might want one for Steven, so keep an eye out. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight and going down this little memory lane with us back in the 70s, talking about CBs and fun times. So I'm going to close this out. Yeah, this has been Sketchy Lab Monday. We're so happy that you hung out with us. Another Monday night in the books. Head over to johnnyjalopy.com. There's some hats, stickers, t-shirts, all kinds of good stuff. We got a new t-shirt coming. It's a cool design. You saw it. Yes, I did. And it's a pretty cool it's the Johnny Jalopy Hot Rod Art new t-shirt. You're going to love it. It's going to be really cool and you'll love it. And it's a lot of fun to wear. So we'll have that eventually here in the next month. We'll pull the trigger on that. Okay. So be on the lookout for that and much more art coming because I've been working on some stuff. So it'll be available. He's back, guys. Yep. He is back. Feeling it. This just got it was a lot of line work tonight. Yeah, I know. And then of course we lost part of it. So that's okay. That's okay. We'll finish it up. We'll get it up and we'll have it available for you. So Monday Night Sketchy. I'm Johnny Jalopy. That's Itty B. We'll catch you guys next Monday. Bye. See ya. Stay sketchy. Stay sketchy. Bye.